Jonathan Kuminga and the Golden State Warriors. Let's dive into the details regarding his role, development, and the decisions the team must make regarding his future. This analysis will explore his strengths, weaknesses, team fit, and the potential paths the Warriors could take moving forward. Jonathan Kuminga was drafted by the Warriors with the 7th overall pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. At the time, he was considered a high-upside prospect with elite athleticism, defensive versatility, and the potential to develop into a star player. His physical attributes stood out, as he possessed a strong build, explosive leaping ability, and quick lateral movement that made him an intriguing two-way player. In his first few seasons, Kuminga showed flashes of brilliance. There were moments when he looked like a future cornerstone of the franchise, particularly in games where he displayed aggressive driving ability, defensive intensity, and high-energy plays. However, consistency has been a major issue. While he has improved in certain aspects, there are still major concerns about his ability to fit within the Warriors' system and whether he can be a long-term piece for the team. One of the biggest challenges for Kuminga has been adapting to Golden State's motion-based offense. Unlike teams that rely heavily on isolation plays or pick-and-rolls, the Warriors emphasize ball movement, off-ball cutting, and high basketball IQ decisions. This system thrives when players make quick reads, pass effectively, and move without the ball. For players like Steve Kerr, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, this offense is second nature. For Kuminga, however, it has been a difficult adjustment. He tends to hold on to the ball too long, leading to stagnation in the offense. His decision-making has been questionable at times, as he often forces tough shots or drives into traffic without a clear plan. Additionally, his passing is not at the level required for a system that demands constant movement and quick ball circulation. While he has improved in reading the floor, he still struggles with recognizing defensive rotations and making the right play in pressure situations. Another key area of concern is Kuminga's shooting. In the modern NBA, floor spacing is critical, especially when playing alongside stars like Curry and Thompson. Defenses already commit extra attention to these elite shooters, so having teammates who can consistently knock down perimeter shots is essential for maximizing offensive efficiency. Unfortunately, Kuminga's three-point shooting remains inconsistent. He has shown improvement, but he is not yet reliable enough to force defenders to respect his shot. This allows opponents to sag off him, clogging the paint and making it harder for the Warriors to execute their offensive sets. On the defensive end, Kuminga has shown significant potential. His athleticism allows him to guard multiple positions, and he has demonstrated the ability to stay in front of quick guards while also contesting shots against bigger forwards. However, his off-ball defense remains a work in progress. The Warriors' defensive schemes rely on smart rotations, communication, and anticipation. Too often, Kuminga gets caught out of position, leading to easy scoring opportunities for opponents. His inconsistency on both ends of the floor has led to fluctuating playing time. There are games where he looks dominant, making highlight plays, finishing strong at the rim and locking down defenders, but there are also stretches where he disappears, failing to impact the game in meaningful ways. This unpredictability makes it difficult for Steve Kerr to trust him in high-stakes situations, especially in the playoffs. Another factor complicating Kuminga's situation is his injury history. This season, he missed a significant number of games due to an ankle injury. While injuries are common in the NBA, missing extended time can slow down development and disrupt a player's rhythm. Since returning, Kuminga has struggled to regain his form, with his shooting percentages dipping and his confidence appearing shaken. Meanwhile, the Warriors have played some of their best basketball without Kuminga in the lineup. During his absence, the team found a rhythm, playing with improved spacing, better ball movement, and a more cohesive defensive effort. This raises an important question. If the Warriors can succeed without Kuminga, how essential is he to their future plans? The biggest dilemma for the Warriors is deciding whether to commit to Kuminga long-term. He is eligible for a contract extension soon, and given his potential, he could command a lucrative deal. If the Warriors choose to offer him a long-term contract, they are essentially betting that he will develop into a foundational piece of the franchise. However, that is a significant risk considering his current trajectory. Financially, the Warriors are already in a tough spot. With one of the highest payrolls in the NBA, They must be careful about how they allocate their resources. Giving Kuminga a large contract could limit their flexibility in making other moves, potentially preventing them from acquiring players who are a better fit. If he does not develop as expected, they could find themselves stuck with a contract that hinders their ability to improve the roster. On the other hand, the Warriors could explore the trade market. Kuminga still has value, especially to teams looking for young talent with upside. If they can package him in a trade for a more established player who fits their system better, it could be a beneficial move. For example, acquiring a forward who can provide reliable shooting, strong defense, and experience in high-pressure situations would be more aligned with the Warriors' current goals. There is also the possibility of keeping Kuminga, but not offering a long-term deal just yet. The team could take a wait-and-see approach, allowing him another season to prove himself before making a final decision. This would give them time to evaluate his growth while maintaining financial flexibility. However, this approach comes with risks, as his value could either increase or decrease depending on his performance. The final decision will ultimately come down to whether the Warriors believe Kuminga can be a key piece for their future. With Curry still playing at an elite level, the team must prioritize maximizing their championship window. If Kuminga's development does not align with that timeline, they may need to move on and find players who can contribute immediately. At the same time, the Warriors have a track record of developing talent and integrating young players into their system. If they believe Kuminga has the potential to become a high-impact player with more time and experience, they might choose to remain patient. However, patience is a luxury they may not have if they want to remain a title contender. In the conclusion, Jonathan Kuminga's situation is one of the most intriguing storylines for the Warriors moving forward. His raw talent and athleticism make him a valuable asset, but his struggles with consistency, shooting, and decision-making raise legitimate concerns. The Warriors must carefully evaluate whether he fits into their long-term plans or if they need to make a difficult decision regarding his future. The next few months will be crucial in determining how the Warriors handle this dilemma. Whether they choose to commit to him, trade him, or take a more cautious approach, their decision will have significant implications for the team's future. With the franchise's championship aspirations still intact, making the right move regarding Kuminga will be one of the most important choices they face.